Kirk Angle is exactly right about the servicemen and women. There hasn't been a draft since probably the late 60s, early 70s that I know of. And you know what the funny part about it is? He was right about one thing. They volunteered. What were you servicemen and women thinking? Oh, it was going to be a cakewalk. You do a few years in the service, see the world at taxpayers' expense, go to school at taxpayers' expense, get free medical because you're a serviceman or woman. Wake up, motherfuckers. It's war. You sign your name on the dotted line. You become Uncle Sam's property, and whatever idiot and chief enters the White House, be it like today, be an idiot Bush, probably my favorite pick to win the presidency, Barack Obama, because he's the biggest fuck up there is. Or you get that old fossil McCain, who's even more of a dumbass. They're going to be your new boss. And they'll be the ones to decide what hellhole they're going to send you to. But you know, Kurt Angle, I don't know if this was a fake or not, but to me, I consider it very real to the way biggest part of Americans truly feel. What the fuck were you servicemen and women thinking? You were going to get a ticker tape parade? You get little medals on your shirt like the Olympics? For you doing what? Supposedly your job? Did you not go through boot camp and your training to know that, yeah, you're going to go out there and, yeah, you might be home in a little body bag treated like garbage when they bring you back? If you didn't want that, you should have never signed a dotted line, morons. And this also goes out to the wannabes, like Future Soldier and Little Soldier 16 out there. Who's the same bastard, just loves to hide his name and jump around. And my personal disdain for so-called Father Judgment, the biggest fake on the internet, says he was a serviceman. Bullshit. The stupid son of a bitch works at Walmart as a janitor. I could spot loser all over him. But this is what I've been trying to tell you morons. When you join the service, this is exactly what you get. Oh, who are you? And then trying to say, well, they're over there defending for democracy in the good old U.S. of A. Huh. What have you been fucking smoking? They're only there to defend oil, big oil interests, like Halliburton, the Walmarts, the big oil companies, their interests. They're not there to defend so-called U.S. interests. It's to protect George Bush and his little buddies. That's exactly what they're there for. Little George Bush's buddies, who's got probably hundreds of millions of dollars tied up in this, so to keep him happy, so to keep them happy, he sends a few 100,000 stupid servicemen and women to die for nothing. Oh yeah, they'll get their little funerals where the National Guard is shooting guns in the air and giving them the so-called here's your fucked up folded flag. Or be like Cindy Sheehan, who, when she asked the most important question, why, was ridiculed by the Rush Limbaughs, the Hannity and Cohns, and Neil Bortz for being a traitorous sympathizer, because she had the audacity to ask why. But too many dumbasses out there will post a lot of hateful responses saying, traitor, get out of the country. Well, you know what? Canada's nice this time of year. You know, Canada's a good place. You ought to check it out. You know, that's why I always say the true heroes of the Vietnam War was not the people who fought it, was the people who hauled ass to Canada. They were the true brainiacs, because at least they came home. Heroes. They were able to get visas and came right back. They knew exactly what they were doing. And then, the smartest man, Bill Clinton, went into college to become a Rhodes Scholar. to avoid it altogether. That's probably the most brainiac thing that boy ever did. And then dumbasses like you who decide, I'm going to follow in my father's footsteps and join the service like my daddy and my daddy before that and daddy before that. All of them come out fucked up. Drunks, alcoholics, and homeless people. And then what do you get? You're going to send your kids to the same rat's nest? That's why I always say the smartest people in any time of war is the ones that, A, go ahead and enlist in college. If you're 18 or you're coming up there and a recruiter comes, smack the shit out of the motherfucker. Because they're nothing but a bunch of goddamn liars. They tell you to help you out with your education. Do the better thing. Get a job. Pay for it like I did. I went to school, got my education. Yeah, I worked 68, 70-hour work weeks and still hit the damn books. And became a self-made man. Didn't need no government handouts. Just went out there and done what needed to be done. No ticker tape parades. No getting a gold little medal. No saying going to the American Legions. No, I went out there and did it the old-fashioned way. Busted my ass and made myself a success. So to all you wannabes out there, like Father Judgment, Future Soldier, and Soldier 16, which to me should say 6, who will never, ever even come close to being a success in his life. Hell, the motherfucker can't even make a decent video. And oh, Dominic, you know that little pig sign on your video? That sort of favored your mama. So there you go. And I know you still live in your mama's basement. And to also Soldier 16, who always likes to tell you how everybody lives in his mommy's basement, well, you and your useless friend, Father Judgment, who definitely lives in his mommy's basement and works at Walmart third shift as a janitor. I know I've seen the loser there. You can all go to hell, because that's what the fuck good you are. So to all you service, and also to all you service men and women out there, when you sign on the dotted line and you come back fucked up, there'll be people like me laughing at you to your face, because every time I see a fucked up war veteran, I said it was your own goddamn fault you got in that. So fuck you to all the servicemen and women. Fuck you.